Hello and welcome to the news on Pace TV. My name is Stella Ene-Iyang. The Supreme Court has dismissed the appeal by the People's Democratic Party's governorship candidate in the April 11, 2015 governorship election in Imo State, Mr. Emeka Ihedioha, challenging the election of Governor Okorocha. The seven-man panel of the Supreme Court, presided over by Justice John Fabiyi, held that Ihedioha's appeal lacked merit. The Apex Court affirmed the judgment of the Court of Appeal in Owerri to the effect that Ihedioha's failure to properly serve Okorocha, his party, the All Progressives Congress, and other parties in the suit had robbed the appeal court's jurisdiction to hear the case. The immediate past Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives had appealed against the ruling of the Imo State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal, which dismissed petition on the grounds that it was incompetent and contravenes the Electoral Act. Senators belonging to the People's Democratic Party and the All Progressives Congress (APC) were yesterday preparing for a showdown over different positions on the confirmation of 16 other remaining nominees, ministerial nominees. It was, however, learned that Senate President Bukola Saraki was determined to weigh in on behalf of the former governor of Rivers State, Rotimi Amechi, and the ministerial nominee from Cross River State, Hussaini Uguru. The duo had been caught up in a grudge war mounted by PDP senators. APC is held in contempt by the PDP Senate caucus for his role in the defeat of the former ruling party in the last round of elections. Uguru brought himself into bad books of the PDP Senate caucus when, during his screening, he said, "God forbid," to a question as to his membership of the PDP. Following the end of the screening of the nominees yesterday, the PDP Senate caucus held a meeting where they reportedly took a position against the confirmation of Amechi. The senators were said to have resolved not to consider Amechi nomination unless the report of the Senate Committee on Ethics and Privileges on the petitions filed against the former Rivers State governor was brought forward for consideration first. Lawmakers in Nigeria's House of Representatives are to investigate the poor rating of Nigeria's airports even after over 400 billion naira was appropriated for the expansion, modernization, and management of 17 domestic and 5 international airports. The modernization was carried out by the administration of the past President Goodluck Jonathan. At plenary on Wednesday, the lawmakers said the investigation would unravel why Nigerian airports were being rated poorly internationally. The decision followed a motion by Honorable Garba Dati on the need to understand the factors that have led to the inclusion of 3 of Nigeria's airports in a list of 100 worst airports in the world as contained in an international survey. The House is also to look into the $1 billion Chinese loan obtained by former President Goodluck Jonathan's administration for modernization and remodeling of the airports. On the foreign scene, U.S. Republicans have traded words in a heated presidential debate in Colorado that featured several angry exchanges. Frontrunner Donald Trump and Ben Carson, with no political experience, were under attack from the start. Ohio Governor John Kasich condemned their fantasy tax plan and added, "We can't elect someone who doesn't know how to do the job." Mr. Carson, a retired neurosurgeon who has edged Mr. Trump in national polls, had a quiet night in Boulder. His tax proposal, which is based on biblical ties, was decried by Mr. Kasich, who also dismissed Mr. Trump's plan to deport 100 million undocumented immigrants and build a wall on the Mexico border. You're still on the news on Pace TV. Coming up next is business. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Huawei Technologies has revealed plans to spend a sum of $1 billion over the next 5 years in supporting information and communication technology developers and their innovations. The executive director and president of Products and Solutions of Huawei, Rian Ding, stated that the aim is to help developers create innovative services and rapidly respond to customers' business needs. The ICT Developer Ecosystem Strategy and Development Enabler Plan was made publicly at its first Huawei Developers Congress, HDC. The Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, has disclosed that there will be no coordinating minister of the economy as was obtained under the immediate past government, as his role is to supervise the economy. Professor Osinbajo made this disclosure while receiving the Australian High Commissioner to Nigeria, Mr. Jonathan Richardson, in his office. Osinbajo also expressed the willingness of the federal government to deepen the existing bilateral relations between Nigeria and Australia, especially in the areas of mining, agriculture, shipping, transport and infrastructural development. Still on business, the senior management of the MTN Group Limited in Nigeria is being reviewed after the Africa's largest telecommunications company was fined a sum of 1.04 trillion naira by the Nigeria Communications Commission for alleged failure to disconnect customers with unregistered SIM cards. Based on NCC regulations, the fine was based on 200,000 naira per unregistered subscriber. The NCC had slapped the fine on MTN Nigeria last week for failure to fully deactivate 5.2 million subscribers with unregistered and incomplete SIM card details on its networks within the stipulated deadline given all mobile phone operators in the country to comply with the directive. It's still the news on Pace TV. Coming up next is Sports News. Welcome back. Super Eagles head coach Sunday Oliseh has listed MLL striker Obafemi Martins for a recall to the national team for the 2018 FIFA World Cup qualifier against Swaziland after a 2-year absence. Also listed are Manchester City youthful striker Kelechi Iheanacho, Hull City's Zone Aluko, and Hope Akpam, among other regulars like Carl Ikeme, Mikel Obi, and Victor Moses. Pace TV Sports further gathered that Oliseh also invited 18 foreign-based players that includes Odion Igalo, Ambrose Efe, Leon Balogun, Rabiu Ibrahim, Simon Moses, and skipper Ahmed Musa. 8 homeboys led by Sunshine Stars of Akure Duo of Ezenwa and Adeniyi will be joined by Akas, Obario, and Salami when camp opens next week. The Nigeria Tennis Federation (NTF) has expressed shock following the killing of Beauty McLeod, a Nigerian tennis player, on Monday. The 36-year-old, who alongside her daughter Angel, who was 14, moved to Nigeria from their base in Dubai last year. He died of gunshot injuries she sustained from a trigger-happy mobile policeman in a Victoria Island, Lagos hotel during an altercation. Beauty's demise is the latest in the series of deaths recorded in Nigeria tennis in recent months, following the demise of another player, Gladys O'Malley, who gave up the ghost after childbirth, while Cosmos Intemse, a referee, also died recently. Eyimba International Football Club of Aba are on track for a 7th Nigeria League Championship after they pipped Kwara United 1-0 at home on Wednesday. The People's Elephant now have 65 points from 35 matches and closely followed by Warri Wolves, who are on 59 points, while Giwa Football Club upstaged closest rivals Wiki Tourist with a late win by Amos Gyang in the closing stages of their encounter. Still on sports, Former Chelsea manager Carlos Ancelotti is reportedly ready to accept a deal to the club, but only if he is offered a permanent deal. Ancelotti is being tipped as one of the favourites to take over at Stamford Bridge should Jose Mourinho be given his marching orders. It is also reported that the likes of Bayern Munich coach Pep Guardiola, former Blues boss Gus Hiddink, and ex-Manchester United defender Gary Neville have also been linked with the job if it becomes available. It's still pacetv News. Coming up next is entertainment. Don't go anywhere. It's good to have you back. After weeks of planning, the entertainment network TEN, producers of one of Nigeria's most anticipated flick, Road to Yesterday, have announced that the movie will be released in all Nigerian cinemas on Friday, November the 27th. Directed by Ishaya Bako, Road to Yesterday stars the award-winning actress Genevieve Onaji and introduces Nigerian-British actor Oris Erero, Majid Mitchell, Chioma Chigol Omera, and veteran Ebele Okaru lead the supporting cast. Set in Lagos, Nigeria, the movie has been described as an epic love story. It tells the story of a couple desperate to mend its marriage on a road trip to a relative's funeral. However, when memories and secrets from the past are revealed, a lot more is at stake than their relationship. Nigerian-born British actor Chiwetel Ejiofor has been made a Commander of the Order of the British Empire by the Duke of Cambridge during an official ceremony held at Buckingham Palace in London on Tuesday morning. The 38-year-old, 12 years a slave actor was awarded an OBE in 2008 and can now add CBE to his list of achievements. And finally, on a sad note, Sam Sarpong, a British Ghanaian actor popularly known for his role as a co-host of MTV's Yo Mama, is said to have committed suicide on Monday. The 40-year-old star, who played a lead role in Omoni Oboli's solo movie, Anchor Baby, reportedly jumped off a bridge in Pasadena, California. And on that note, we come to the end of the news on pacetv. Thank you for watching. My name is Stella Ene Iyang.